Hi, my name is Kristen May Maano, and our topic is all about the web and the internet. First, we have a overview of this topic and also the objectives.
What is web? The World Wide Web, commonly referred to as WWW or the web, is an interconnected system of public web pages accessible through the internet. The web is not the same as the internet. The web is one of many applications built on top of the internet. Sir Timothy John Berners, also known as 10BL, is an English engineer and computer scientist best known as the inventor of the World Wide Web. Web 1.0. The first iteration of the web represents the Web 1.0, which according to Berners-Lee is the read-only web. In other words, the early web allowed us to search for information and read it. There was very little in the way of user interaction or content generation. Examples of Web 1.0: mp3.com, homepage, directories, page views, HTML or portals. The disadvantages of Web 1.0: first, read-only; second, limited user interaction; and third, lack of standards. And now, let's proceed to Web 2.0. What is 2.0? With Web 2.0, websites are not only dynamic but also highly interactive. It's the ability to contribute content and interact with other web users. It has dramatically changed the landscape of the web in the short time. Examples of Web 2.0: social networking, blogs, WordPress, and video sharing sites. Key features of Web 2.0. Folksonomy allows users to categorize and classify arrange information using freely chosen keywords. Rich user interface. Content is dynamic and is responsive to users' input. An example would be a website that shows local content. User participation. The owner of a website is not the only one who is able to put content. Others are able to place the content on their own by means of comments, reviews, and evaluation. Lastly, we have long tail. Services are offered on demand rather than on a one-time purchase. This is synonymous to subscribing to a data plan that charges you for the amount of time you spend on internet, or a data plan that charges you for the amount of bandwidth you use. Thank you, and now let's proceed to the next reporter.
Hello, I am Iman Abdulbaki, next reporter. So I'll be reporting Web 3.0, Read, Write, Intelligent Web. Okay, so first, suggested name by John Markoff of the New York Times of the third generation of the web. Second, in this generation, all the application on web or mobile will be upgraded with more features. It applies same principles as a Web 2.0, two-way interactions. Third, Web 3.0 will be more connected, open, and intelligent with semantic web technologies, distributes, databases, natural language process, machine learning, machine reasoning, and autonomous agents. Fourth, semantic web provides a framework that allow data to be shared and reused to deliver web content, specifically targeting the user. Fifth, it is a web of data. And then sixth, final one, changing the web into a large language that can be categorized by the system rather than humans. Okay, so it is a database about informations that they get the informations from some person. It is a easier way for computers to read the database, to get the technology way easier, and also the natural language of processing. So it's way more easier for them to read for the system rather than the humans, as it says here. So yes, now we have also types of websites. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the types of websites. First type we have e-commerce website. It is a website people can directly buy products from. You probably used a number of e-commerce website before. Most big brands and plenty of smaller ones have one. Okay, any websites that includes a shopping cart and a way for you to provide credit card information to make a purchase falls into the category. So yes, that website is very commonly used for us to buy online, to easier for us to buy something that we want, for example, things, foods, or something that you really need. Okay, we can also shop anywhere from online using the website or the app that you wanted to shop. So it's very easy for you to shop there. So when you shop there, of course, you're going to give your informations where you live, your name, your contact number, and if you want it from credit card or from like GCash, PayPal, or PayMaya to pay something, you need it to purchase your data account number. So it's more into personal as well, but it's safe since the programmers make it more safer so that it won't get hacked. So next is business website. Is any website that's devolved to representing a specific business. It should be branded like the business, the same logo and positioning that communicates the types of products and or services the business offers. So business websites that are mostly that we can see from commercials. If you wanted to try their site, or you wanted to. So yes, it is the business. We can see that from commercials in any websites that you can. my god. So yes, as I was saying, personal website is not just for personal as well. It also shares your daily lives, what you want to share to other people, what you do. You can see this in social media, just such as YouTube. You can see that Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. So it's very similar that you can see their vlogs, what they like to do, photos, diaries as well. And then lastly, we have the wiki or community forum website. Most people are familiar with the wikis through the most famous example of one out there, Wikipedia. But wikis can be created on pretty much any subjects you can imagine. A wiki is any website where various users are able to collaborate on content and all make their own tweaks and changes as they see fit. There are wikis for fans, communities, for business sources, or for collecting valuable information sources. And then, so yes, wiki is also well known as Wikipedia. As you can see, we can see more information about some famous people that you want to search. You can see their background, their informations, where they were born, where their full name, their family name, all about their businesses, okay, and many more about their background. So yes, that's all that I can say for my report and this part. And yes, so this will be the next for the lesson 2 is the next reporter. So thank you so much for having me, and have a good day. Goodbye.
Good day everyone, I am Almar Siladra in our group. My task is to report the lesson to the internet. So what is the internet? The internet or network of network is the largest computer network in the world that connects billions of computer users. So the word internet comes from the combination between interconnection and network. So what is network? So network is a collection of computers and devices connected via communication channels and transmission media allowed to share resources such as hardware, software, data, information. Generally, nobody owns the internet. So next, let us talk about the different major components of the internet. So these are the servers, the IP address, the browser, the domain name system, and the internet service provided. So first, let us talk about the servers. Servers is a computer program that provides service to another computer program and its user. So there are different types of servers. So first, we have the application server. So application server is a program in computer that provides the business logic for an application program. So next, we have the web server, so a computer program that serves requested HTML pages or files. Next, we have the proxy server. It is a software that acts as an intermediary between an endpoint device such as computer and another server from which a user is requesting. So next, we have the mail server. Is an application that receives incoming email from local users and remote senders and forward outgoing email for delivery. So next, we have the file server. It is a computer responsible for central storage and management of data files so that other computer on the same network can access them. So next, we have the policy server. It is a security component of a policy-based network that provides authorization services and facilities tracking and control of files. So next, we have the IP address. So the second major components of the internet is the IP address or the internet protocol address. So this is a numerical label assigned to each device. So this provides identity to a network device. So next, we have the third major components of the internet is the browser. It is an application program that provides a way to look information on the web. There are different examples of browser. So these are the Google Chrome, the Safari, the Internet Explorer, the Opera, and the Mozilla. So next, the fourth major components of the internet is the domain name system, or the DNS. So the domain name system, or the DNS, is the phone book of the internet. We access information online through domain names. So these are the examples of DNS. So www.facebook.com, www.pupedu.ph, and www.academia.edu. These are the different types of names that we use in browsing different websites in the internet. So first, we have the .com, stands for the commercial. Next, we have the org, or stands for the organization. Next, we have the net, stands for network. Next, we have the edu, stands for education. Next, we have the gov, stands for national and state government agencies. Next, we have the .ph, stands for Philippines. And last is the .au, stands for Australia. Next, we have the fifth, or the last major components of the internet. So this is the internet service provider, so the ISP. The ISP is an organization that provides services for accessing, using, or participating in the internet. So there are two types of ISP. So first, we have the national ISP. So this national ISP is provided internet access to a specific geographic area. So next, we have the regional ISP. So this is business that provides internet access in cities and towns nationwide. So this is the example of the ISP. First, we have the Sky Broadband. Next, we have the PLDT and Converge. That is all for my report. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, I'm Rizalmi Alforque and I will be discussing what are the uses of internet. Internet can be used for look for information, school works, jobs and home purposes, send and receive electronic mail, video teleconferencing like for example video chat or video call, buy and sell products, social networking, watch and post videos, playing games, take college courses, monitor home while away, financial transactions, download music and movies, and many more. Next, I will be discussing the internet terms and definitions. First, we have the internet. What is internet? Internet is a global network of thousands of computer networks linked by data lines and wireless system. It is also a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities. Next, we have web. Web is a collection of billions of web pages that you can view with a web browser. World Wide Web, or web, is an information space where documents and other web resources can be accessed using a web browser and web-based applications. Next, we have email. The most common method of sending and receiving messages online. Electronic mail or email is a messages transmitted and received by digital computers through a network. Like for example, someone messaged you in your Gmail account. And next, we have social media. Website and apps that allow people to share comments, photos, and videos. Like for example, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, WeChat, Messenger, and more. Next, we have online gaming. Online gaming is the game that allows people to play with and against each other over the internet. Like for example, the most common games in internet, which is Mobile Legends. Next, we have HTML. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is the code that is used to structure a web page. For example, content could be structured within a set of paragraphs, a list of bulleted points, or using images and data tables. Next, we have bit. Bit is a single digit in the binary numbering system. It is also the smallest unit of data in a computer. A bit has a single binary value, either 0 or 1. Next, we have byte. Byte is generally consists of 8 bits. The byte data type is an 8-bit signed 2's complement integer. It has a minimum value of -128 and a maximum value of 127. The byte data type can be useful for saving memory in large arrays, where the memory savings actually matters. Next, we have upload. Upload is to transfer data from your computer to another computer, like for example, transferring files. Next, we have download. To transfer data from another computer to computer. Like for example, you transfer your friend transfer files in your computer or anything that you used. Next, we have HTTP. HTTP, or Hypertext Transfer Protocol, is the data communication standard of web page. For example, when a URL is entered into the browser sends an HTTP command to web server, directing it to search and transmit the requested web page. Next, we have HTTPS. HTTPS, or Hypertext Transfer Protocol, secure indicates that the web page has a special layer of encryption added to hide your personal information and passwords from others. It is an internet protocol that hides our personal information. Next, we have router. Router can be wired or wireless or both, like for example, Wi-Fi. Next, we have encryption. Encryption is a mathematical scrambling of data. It uses complex math formulas to turn private data into meaningless gobbledygook that only trusted reader can unscramble. Next, we have WebBot. WebBot is a term that applies to programs or applets used on the internet. It is an internet-bot computer program whose developers claim is able to predict future events by tracking keywords entered on the internet. Next, we have search engine. Search engine is specialized software. It is the software who carries any web searcher, like for example, Google. And that would be all. Thank you.